Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. The end result, 21 yards. Looks pretty evident what they want to do. The same connection to start the game on back-to-back throws.
But when you've got a big-time target, you've got to go to him. The flip side is, shouldn't the defense know that? They should be better prepared.
Absolutely. They're going to have to step up and in a hurry.
Let's go now. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On first down, Dickerson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Second down and goal. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bobby Bell providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Watch the safety creep.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Green. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
50. You ain't going nowhere.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dickerson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson flushed out right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Jackson now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 40 mark. 2nd and 1. The 11-yard line. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. I got it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Sanders now to return. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. There's the 8-time Pro Bowler Marvin Harrison. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From midfield now, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Got an open man, it's Devin Hester. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Touchdown, baby.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work,
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. As the first half is winding down, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. The 40, the 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
how did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. On third down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 41, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though, falls incomplete.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And this Texans defense stands tall. They'll run on 1st down. Green. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
2nd and 14. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st down, Dickerson. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 27, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
Set, ready? 8, read. Blue draw, quarter.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Green. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll set up to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Green. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Ray Guy now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mean Joe Green. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completion.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Deacon Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders.
The second down pass. Intercepted by the 49ers.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. So long, everybody. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line. Watch the pass.
They go play action with Jackson. But he's going to take a shot right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off by Demarius Randall, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. That one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's third and 10. Back to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will remain a scoreless game. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
On fourth down, Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. A first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. The opportunity was there for them to take the lead with a field goal and get 3. Instead, they want a little more.
Sometimes being a little greedy is not a bad thing, right? I mean, don't just take what they're going to give you or what's evident. Go try and get more. And yes, there's a little bit of a risk to it, but boy, they made it pay off in a big way.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
At the 3-yard line.
2nd and a yard. Jackson, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now they can breathe a little easier. Some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Jackson now. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Green, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start here with Jackson. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss on the play.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Fellas, let's set a tone. Joker, 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 joker. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's the Hall of Famer Ray Lewis powering in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Play action. Now Jackson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. The quick feet by Jackson. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Randy Moss. 45 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Jan Stenerud on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Texans 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work this out.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He's also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First down, Houston.
They'll run on first down. It's Green. And I think the ball's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Gronkowski. Incomplete. It's now 4th and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go play action now. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here's Jones on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Julio Jones, 83 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point. And it's now 21-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. From the gun, Jackson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, the return is Jones. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They go play action here on first down. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jackson going to throw again. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And it's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive. And finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Here we go.
Now Jackson throwing again. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3. Jackson will throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And he's